Hey guys, it's Jenny, and today I wanted to bring you a review of Revlon Photo Ready BB Cream Skin Perfector. I've used this for a couple of weeks, not solid, but I'll get to that in a minute. So I feel like I know this product well enough to do a review on it, and I hope this is beneficial to anyone who has my skin type. I do not have sensitive skin. I have oily skin. I don't have any dry patches on my skin. I'm basically a grease ball. So if you have skin like mine, then this review should help you. Or if you have the opposite skin type, maybe this could lead you towards a product like this. This retails for $10.99 at Walgreens, and there are 4 shades. I got the shade 020 in light medium. That was one step too dark for my skin. I'm very pale. Even more so in the winter, so I should have gotten the light, but it wasn't too bad as long as you really blended it out. Now this has some claims here, and I have a cheat sheet post-it note. It claims to hydrate like a moisturizer, smooth like a primer, cover like a foundation, blur flaws like a concealer, and protect with SPF 30 like a sunscreen. I'm going to address each of those and how they worked for me. Hydrates like a moisturizer. I really can attest to that because, like I said earlier, I have oily skin. So maybe if you have drier skin, maybe this would be more hydrating. I really couldn't tell a difference because that's not something that my skin needs. Smooths like a primer. Yes, this went on. This comes out very, very thick and creamy. Thicker than Revlon ColorStay. And so it does smooth on quite nicely. Covers like a foundation. Yes and no. First time I put this on, I used my fingers. And a very little amount. I squeezed out too much at first. But you can like suck it back in the bottle. Y'all know what I mean. But a very... just putting it on my fingers and rubbing it over my cheeks, the first time I did the first swipe, I was like, oh my gosh, it totally covered. I mean, as much or more than Revlon ColorStay. But as soon as you start to blend I mean, you would have to like literally cover a cake of this to have it be that full of coverage. But it does sheer out a lot. But I was kind of happy with the coverage for a American BB cream. So the covers like a foundation, heck yeah. Blurs flaws like a concealer. I did notice that it blurred some pores, and I have freckles, and so it did blur those. Now I'm not one for covering up my freckles completely like a spackle, because I would have to wear a lot of makeup to do that. But as far as a happy medium point between the color of my freckles and the color of my skin, it did seem to blur those, so I like that. Protects with SPF 30 like a sunscreen. I mean, it does have SPF 30. I would prefer 45 as a minimum, but this isn't bad. And I'll tell you one thing I did. I put this on, and then I took a lot of flash photography of my face in various lighting. Indoors, outdoors, low lighting, outdoors highlight, outdoors at night with full flash, with fill flash. What I was trying to get it to do was to do the white cast like most SPFs give, and I couldn't get it to do it. So that's great. A lot of things with Photo Ready, if they have the SPF in it, they're not really photo ready because the SPF can do a white cast. Now that was just on my measly little camera. I'm sure if you had professional photos taken, I'm sure you all know, do not wear foundation or powder with SPF in it. But I couldn't get it just on a regular day or night to do a white cast. This is water-based, so if you prefer to put it on with a damp beauty blender or some other type of sponge, that'll work really well for this since it's not oil-based. I had some problems with this though. It went on like a dream at first. I mean, I was just like, holy cow, I hope I don't like this, because this is not a whole lot. It's 1 fluid ounce for $10.99, and that was straight up full price, no coupons or sales or anything, so I'm sure you could get it cheaper. But after about the 4-hour mark, it started to do some crazy things. It started to separate. It started to oxidize in patches and get flaky and fading in some spots. And I've never ever had a foundation. I can use cheap foundation. I can use high-end foundation. I've never had, and I know this is a BB cream, not a foundation, but I've never had anything do that on my skin. So I thought, holy crap, maybe it's my skin. So I exfoliated, and then I tried it in different quadrants of my face with different things. I tried it with a primer, which this says it has a built-in primer, so I shouldn't need one. I tried it with the primer mixed in. I tried it with some, mixed a little water in it to shear it out. I tried it over a heavier, like my nighttime moisturizer. It did it with every one of them. So around the 4-hour mark, if you guys work a half a day or if you're just going out for 4 hours, this would be good. Otherwise, it just did crazy things, and I couldn't pat it back on. I couldn't smooth it back in, and I tried setting it with powder, not setting it with powder, setting it with HD, setting it with regular loose minerals, setting it with pressed powder. I tried every way I could think of to make it not do that separate, cakey oxidation thing, and it just didn't work on me. And I've never had a foundation or any other kind of liquid or cream product do that on my skin. So this was a no for me. Perhaps if you have, and I don't know how to say who this might work for because I have super oily skin, so I thought I would be the last person. It made it look like alligator skin. Like it was so dry and all that. And I did switch for a couple of days back to my regular ColorStay, and I was like checking in the mirror to see if it was doing it, and it didn't. So I don't know what to tell you. If you have really, really dry skin, I would be scared to death to use this because it seemed to make it look like I had severely dry skin, which I'm an oil slick. And if you have really oily skin like me, I don't know if it just like separated on me. It's definitely worth a try, and I'm telling you guys, the first time you like put something on your fingers and swoop it on, you're going to be going, ah, because it's amazing. Very great coverage, thick, creamy, everything you want it to be. But after 4 hours, it's very Cinderella. The ball is over. So that's my review of Revlon Photo Ready BB Cream Skin Perfector. I'm going to have to say a thumbs down on this, and I really didn't want to. I tried every way with every kind of primer. I tried multiple primers. I tried Too Faced, I tried a Benefit, I tried an e.l.f. What else did I try? I really did try to make this work because that first initial thing was so wonderful. I really liked it. Now, I do love Revlon. I still love Revlon. I think they have a lock on lip products for drugstore, and they still have my holy grail, which is Revlon ColorStay. I just think they missed the mark somewhere in here with the long wearingness. I hope you guys found this helpful, and I try not to be too negative, but I definitely appreciate other people's reviews when they tell me what their skin type is and how something did, or more importantly, did not work for them and why. That initial reaction when you put it on, if you can find something to make this stay and not oxidize or flake and get patchy, let me know in the comments what you used, and tell me what the magic thing is, because I mean, really, you're not supposed to need anything else because it's supposed to be a primer and a concealer and a foundation and a sunscreen and a partridge in a pear tree all in one. But I really did like it when it first went on. So if this works for you, let me know, and I hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching. Bye.